Anna Formela, and I'm a body painter, face painter, and makeup artist. I just love people and I love being creative. And I think I like the social side of body painting, that the connection when you have with a person. Yeah, it's completely different way painting on a human being and painting on a paper. That the person is art. Just if you're drawing in a studio, you're just all the time by yourself. And when you paint on people, so you go to different places and you meet different people and you just transform people into like completely different characters. So if you paint a tiger, now suddenly they are tigers. They are not any more human being actually. They are this character. Yes, it's almost like a theater too. It's like a combination of things that I love, which is like paint and people and the character and like transformation of people too.
What was the very first artwork that you painted on a person?
There was a tiger actually. Yeah, like a very stereotypical face painting thing. My body painting models, they're usually performers. I've been actually modeling for also for body painting for artists that I wanted to learn from. So I was definitely excited, and it's very liberating also. And as I said, like you just go into the character and I remember getting so many compliments, and I'm like, that's not me. That's like I didn't paint that. Because people were like, oh, you look wonderful. Oh my god! And I'm like, it's not me. Like I've done also live drawing modeling too, so I was comfortable with being without my clothes. Like I know that some people like can be like terrified, and then they are painted and they're just like finding this incredible experience. But I was more, I guess, excited. I started with face painting,
right.
But I've always been into dance, and I've been dancing. There was like a special for burlesque, and I'm like, oh, what's that? Like the Moulin Rouge, or like, and it's way more than just the dance. It's like this self-expression, and like you feel very liberal and like empowered. So I was like basically painting myself. In burlesque, you are your own boss. Like you choose the costume, you choose your choreography, and it's really like expression of you. So that's what I loved about burlesque. You may like painting, but also dance, and like I'm into like costumes now and like upcycling clothes. So you can express that in lots of different ways. For Christmas, I've done an act where I had to paint myself as a Grinch, and I was wearing a suit as Boris Johnson, who stole Christmas. If you do like for personal projects or a competition, I get inspiration from the model too, and because it's on their body. So you can't also paint anything you want. Like, so I always consult with them too. And good model is a half of the success. And I'm telling you, like very often body painting model was like, oh, chill out. We are ahead of time, or you need to speed up now because you're not gonna manage otherwise. And that helps too. And like also this calmness of the body painting model, yes, can make a huge difference. First body painting I did in Florida, and I had a really good assistant and good model, and then 25% is just you. Yes. I was actually really proud of myself. Yes, and the networking, like you're meeting again the best body painters in the world. I like to use colors most of the time, unless I'm turning someone into character. So then can be, if it's a zombie, for example, you are limited by the colors. If you design, you want to go with the lines of the body. So it's kind of, the lines go naturally, kind of.
Do you have any preference for painting a man or a woman?
I think I prefer flat-chested women. I feel like people then look more on the art, not focus on the curvy shape of the female. With a model who at least was body painting once if I paint a model and then she's going into a crowd and turning into a character, she needs to be also like comfortable about this. My model is Luana, and I met her around like a good number of years ago at the event when she was performing and I was doing face and body art. I feel very comfortable with Luana, and she's a good body painting model. Like she definitely can get into character.
You said you liked painting flat-chested women, but Luana definitely doesn't
I
qualify
know.
for that. So.
There's more about body painting model than just the body. It's also her personality, how I feel, if I feel calm and if I feel comfortable. So there's much more just than the body. That's the thing actually about body painting. It's more than just the body. It's a living canvas and breathing, and there's a personality, and there's much more. Yes. What I'm going to paint on Luana, she was talking about being a forest creature and that she would like to perform something like that. So nature inspired, definitely. Nature is very big inspiration for me. I mean, especially like forest and the texture which you have. Yeah, body painting is also, you can use in the activist too. That could be a good way of promoting charities like mine or a non-profit organization like Extinction Rebellion as well. I was painting this musician, like a pregnant belly, and what is the name of this bird that they send children?
Stork?
Stork, yes. Stork? Yeah, so I actually stick the feathers here, and that was like a leg, so like this kind of illusion. And I like this one too. But yeah, every body painting is different, and there's always a history and always like some story. So during lockdown I bought a brush and started practicing, but I feel more connected still to the brush and sponge. I feel there is something like, it's almost like this dance with the brush and the sponge. I just feel the most comfortable, and it feels like very natural for me, that medium. First, we were born naked. We weren't born in clothes, we were born naked. So I feel it's like coming back to the roots, that actually it's the same like when you do live drawing. People draw shadows, lights. It's not sexualized at all. Some people may have like a fetish and like torture garden, and I had clients who wanted to be painted for events like TG, for example. If someone gives me freedom of design and freedom of expression, then there's always more enjoyable. So it's usually, if I would be asked to paint someone for events like Torture Garden, they very often they have some idea, but they give you lots of freedom as well. And so definitely I enjoy it. I have something actually like on my wall that the artist never really finish his work, he merely abandon it. There's always like you aim for more and you want, if you can improve. I always take a picture of my work, and then very often when I'm coming back by tube, I just kind of analyze. I'm like, okay, I like the blending. Those colors will go really well together. Oh, but this element here is a little bit out of, and I think that's how you improve. I like Dali and Monet. I like. I think it's like this kind of combining things which exist, which like when you have like the spider legs put on the elephants, like this surrealism and just creating something different. Johannes Stutter and Emma Kamok. I mean, Johannes Stutter has this kind of illusion where he almost like makes sculptures out of numbers of bodies. He's like a frog. That's probably one of his most famous pieces. And Emma Kamok, she's done lots of pieces for charity, like mental health, for example, where like the person disappeared. So it's like I like her concepts, and I like And again, she's just a brilliant person. Yes, it's probably more difficult to make a living out of body painting in Poland, and because the attitudes are different. But there are some great body painters, well known internationally, like Marian Folga, for example. It's easier to be a body painter in England right. or Germany. Right. If you have a painted chest of a male, Facebook will be completely fine with that. But if there is especially like a curvy female, that can be a problem. Sometimes even picture can be taken down. That's why I cover the nipples, unfortunately, because I know that can be a case, and it's like a funny thing, right? Because you could, in a Photoshop, cut a male nipple, put it in a female, and that will be perfect. Like in theory, that's okay, but the same female, but with a female nipple, it's not going to be okay. I know that people have taken pictures down, so I try to just use nipple covers. And it is ridiculous if you think about this. I can approach that in a creative way, and I can maybe create some piece here, which just add to the design. You still can see in Ethiopia, especially, where people use like all kind of paint, and they decorate their body. Or India, the same. Yes, so it's, even though nowadays it's kind of more like you can see, it's more commercialized. It's been in our blood since beginning, since the cavemen. I just enjoy the process, I think, and like as they say, life is a journey, and I'm just gonna see where it's gonna take me. Body painting is always like your favorite child, like something which sparks a joy and gives me lots of happiness. Practice. Buy a paint, practice. There's a bunch of good schools in London. I also teach therapeutic face and body art in Hackney. It's like with everything in life. If you want to be good at something, you just have to make mistakes and paint, yes.